Welcome back, guys. Today we got a Q&A video. I just felt like doing one. Thought maybe you guys could ask me some questions and I'll answer. What's funny about this video that I'm making right now is I went into Killer Flicks, saying a little bit of something about this video, and then all of a sudden, all these comments just flow in on my videos, and I'm just like, that's weird because I never said anything about it on my channel. I said something about it on Facebook. I don't know if a lot of you guys actually went and joined Killer Flicks, but if you did, that's awesome. And thank you for doing that, and thank you for taking the time to ask these questions. We're going to start out with the Facebook questions first from Dylan Clancy. He asked me my channel name, which that was already discussed on Facebook. His second question is, what's the horror film that had the biggest effect on your life? The biggest effect on my life. I'm going to say the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That Leatherface, man, he just from the original one, not all the other variations of Leatherface. I'm talking just specifically the original Leatherface. Shocked me as an 8-year-old. Like, I just saw him out of the corner of my eyes every time I went outside. He was standing in the tree line. Every time I'd come up and look in the tree line while I was swimming in my pool, I'd go underwater, come up, and there he is standing there. Just all in my mind, but yeah, that really affected me as a kid. I guess as an adult, I want to say The Conjuring, I guess, even though I was a kid then, but I was older. But I hope that answers your question, man. Next, from another Dylan Pussler, who is Cult of Metal here on YouTube. You go subscribe to him if you like metal. What is your favorite style of horror and why? Well, I'm gonna say slasher. I've always, as a kid, and you guys are gonna think I'm fucked up for saying this. I've always liked the idea of for the movie's sake. I always like the idea of somebody putting on a mask and going around and killing people, just for the sake of movies. Not actually, I don't condone actually going out and doing it, but I like watching it on TV or in the theaters or on my PlayStation and shit. So, yeah, that's pretty much the answer to that question. I hope that answered your question. All right, next question from Adam, who his films make me scream. I think him and his brother do a channel. I'm not sure. What are your favorite movies and favorite directors? Favorite directors would be John Carpenter, Ridley Scott, Christopher Nolan because of The Dark Knight, Sam Raimi, The Evil Dead, Spider-Man 1 and 2. I'll tell you who's not on this list is Michael Bay. That's a very unpopular opinion, but watch some of his other films besides Transformers, even though they have lots of flaws. Watch some of his other films, and you'll see why Michael Bay is not my favorite. Let me just look up here real quick, because I need to just refresh my memory a little bit. Steven Spielberg because of Jaws and Saving Private Ryan. That's an odd combination, but, I think he's just an incredible director. Wes Craven, Stanley Kubrick. Peter Jackson, I thought he did a good job with King Kong. Those are all my favorite directors. Favorite movies, Gladiator. Well, favorite horror movies would be Halloween, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Nightmare Friday, the generics, and then we get Hostel. I love Hostel. I like just part 1. I like the first 2 Saw movies. I don't like the other ones. I want to say the Dark Knight, Batman Begins. I wasn't that big on Dark Knight Rises, just because, I don't know, those plot inconsistencies really get on my nerves, but that's all I can think about for my favorite movies right now. So, I hope that answers your question. Now I gotta go on here and look at the questions on here. We're not on YouTube questions just yet. Alright, next question from Adam again. Why do you lift weights? For Dante, lift weights, man. That's a That's not even a question. Next from Joey Meplink. I've had you on my Facebook for like 3 or 4 years, and I still don't know how to say your last name. How did you get the idea to start a YouTube channel, and why are you such a troll? I got the idea to start a YouTube channel from Cody Leach and Drum Dums and CP. Films Make Me Scream, you know. Channels like that. And why am I such a troll? I don't know. Why are you such a bitch? Next from Dylan Johnson. Do you have a big gay? No. I don't. I would get all technical about it, but that's kind of private information, dude. That's not really any of your business. Next from Tyler Craig. Where's the beef? I don't know. I don't like beef. I have an allergy. I think you already know the answer to that as well. Alright. Now we're on to YouTube questions. Alright. First question on YouTube is from Zach's Horrors. How did you all know I was getting a Q&A? Well, Zach's Horrors, I'm not quite sure exactly. I mean, I all I did was go and post a little post on Facebook about the Q&A that I was doing, and my YouTube just flooded with questions. Like, my YouTube, not my Facebook. I don't know. Let's scroll down a little bit. Alright, the entire Florida Panthers roster. So what is that, like 20 people asking me a question right now? Do you like DVD or blurry? Oh, I think you mean Blu-ray. Do you like DVD or Blu-ray better? You know, there is a quality difference, but it's not that big of a difference. I like collecting Blu-rays, but I love collecting DVDs, mainly because DVDs are really nostalgic to me. It's what I grew up with. Like, you know, you got the older generations that grew up with the VHSs and whatnot, and I grew up with the DVDs. Like, you know, some people like to collect Blu-rays. I like to collect Blu-rays as well. They're a little more expensive, but you know, DVDs were just, I don't know, they were my favorite thing as a kid. Alright, we got 2 questions from PK Subban. Hi, PK Subban. You gonna win us the Stanley Cup this year? Please? He asked, question 1, he has 2 questions. Alien or Predator? Predator. And have you seen The Crazies? I have. Next question from Santa Claus. 2 questions from Santa Claus as well. He didn't spell Santa Claus correctly, but who is your celebrity crush? Oh my god! Oh, that's a tough question. Well, Jessica Biel. Not Megan Fox. Not Kim Kardashian. Not Scarlett Johansson. I went through a phase, but oh man, Danielle Harris probably. And what are my top 5 favorite bands? Chevelle, Metallica, Slayer. Nah, fuck no, Slayer's not on there. Chevelle, Metallica, Stone Sour. Lamb of God, and Rush. Next question is from a baby. Do you ever plan to have children? I do not. I don't like children. I've never liked children. I can't stand the thought of ever having children because I don't like the constant whining and the acting up when you go out to a restaurant or something like that. I don't know. I've not been one to cause scenes in public unless maybe somebody's fucking me over or something like that. But to answer your question to a lesser extent, no, a baby. I don't want to have I don't want to have children. Next question from Austin Spires. Now, I'm notorious for arguing with Austin Spires, but do you think you will get into heaven by watching horror movies? Austin, we've had this debate before. I'm really getting sick of you bringing religion onto all my videos. It's really, I've had enough of it, dude. I think I'm just gonna ban you. I've already banned you. Like, why do you keep coming back? All right, George Washington. How you doing, George Washington? What is your favorite snack during movies? Well, it used to be, you know, potato chips and Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola, all of those three things. But now I try to stay away from that, and I guess, like, you know, air popped popcorn, because that microwave stuff really, really is not good for you. I don't claim to be a health nut or anything. I don't know. I used to be kind of fat, and then I lost a bunch of weight. I think I dropped, like, what, 70 pounds? But to answer your question, mainly just light popcorn, air popped. That's my favorite snack during movies. It's not my favorite, but it's the one I eat now. But you already know what my favorite is. I just told you. Next, from Caillou. Hi, Caillou. Do you prefer Halloween 1 or Halloween 2? I don't know, Caillou. I don't know which Halloween I prefer, 1 or 2. I want to say maybe between Halloween 1 and 2, Resurrection. Next, from Stephanie Nystrom. Which Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie do you like better, the original or the remake? Yeah, that's a tough one, man. I like both. I like the original more, probably, because it's more shocking. It's more gritty, the way I like it. And there's nothing wrong with Michael Bay. I almost said there's nothing wrong with Michael Bay. There's nothing wrong with Michael Bay's remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I really like it. I watched it last night. I don't know if you're on Killer Flicks and you saw that, but I watched it last night, and for the first time in, like, what, 10 years? I'm still going to go ahead and just say the original, but the remake is a close second in the entire franchise of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Next, from Donald Kroger. Do you hate me? Haven't I already answered this question? From Donald Kroger, who, I don't know, I think he's trying to pretend to be, like, I don't know, Chad Kroger's brother. He didn't even spell Kroger right. He spelled it as, like, the grocery store rather than, like, Chad Kroger. And then him and a baby got into it, and then I had to, you know, break it up because I don't really like when people fight on my comments. Sometimes it's funny. And the entire Florida Panthers roster, once again, do you like metal? Yes. I've answered that question to you specifically more than, like, what, 10 times? I distinctly remember each time you've asked me that, dude. But, yeah, that concludes the Q&A. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, hit that like and subscribe button, and we're out.